I'm going to review my top 5 bourbons of 2022. So sometimes that's hard to do in Virginia because you just can't find everything. So usually when I find really good bottles, it's when I'm traveling. So, and some of these I did find while traveling, and others I found where somebody sent me a bottle. Hey guys, thank you for joining me. I'm going to review my top bourbons from 2022. And I recently did a live stream just the other night of my bourbons, my favorite bourbons in 2022, and a couple of Ryes. And I'm going to review those bottles, but let me just start by saying I kind of made a mistake on this because really my favorite whiskey of 2022, without a doubt, is Kentucky Spirit. So this bottle I picked up in March 23rd, 2022. And we found this on the way to Gatlinburg, I'm pretty sure. So, but anyway, the reason I didn't think it when I did the live stream the other night that it was, you know, in 2022 is because I keep going back to 2021 when I found this bottle of Kentucky Spirit, and this bottle, as you can see, is signed by Jimmy Russel himself, which was a real treat. Jimmy Russel also signed for us that day this glass bearing his image. So that was really cool. So those are keepsakes, and Kentucky Spirit is a keepsake. And it is hard to find. So I had forgotten, since it was back in March when I found this, that I found that in 2022. So anyway, by far, so I hate to do the countdown backwards, but by far this is my favorite bottle. No doubt about it. So this stuff is just caramely. Might as well just start and have a little pour right now. Man, that stuff, it just smells so good on the nose. And it's 101 proof. It's just caramely and sweet, and then it gets a little bit sweeter, like it's a basically like, instead of a cinnamon biscuit, it's like a caramel biscuit. Like somebody just drizzled caramel all over this buttery biscuit. That's what it tastes like. And it's so good. And to be 101 proof, you don't get much heat at all. It's a perfect sipping whiskey. I find myself coming in here to get this all the time. So you can't beat Kentucky Spirit. Now, with that little mistake out of the way, and also you can go to my live and you can watch the full 3-hour live stream we did the other night. It was a lot of fun. And but I can't believe I left out Kentucky Spirit because I was thinking I got it in 2021. It's like, I'm just crazy. So the other I'll go ahead with the 5 bottles I showed on the live stream so everybody know. I'm not going to do them in any order at all of the bourbons, and these are the top 5 bourbons. One that I was able to find in Virginia, it's hard to find Weller, but I did find Weller Special Reserve, and this stuff is very tasty. It is, it's just a good sipping wheated bourbon. So this is the original wheated bourbon. So it's a very, very smooth bourbon. So number 5 is Weller. Or it's not number 5, it's just in any order you want. Now, this one you can see that I also have enjoyed this. This is Bulleit Single Barrel Bourbon, the Frontier Whiskey, and let me tell you, this stuff is so good. So I have enjoyed sipping on this, and you know, it just everything about it is good. It's sweet, it's caramely, as you would expect. Then one of the best bourbons around that I found was this bottle of Elijah Craig, and it's a barrel proof, so Elijah Craig barrel proof. The thing about this is I have not been able to find the C922. It's just tough to find in Virginia, and we haven't been traveling as much as we would like to, but maybe somehow, some way I can look out. I actually found this bottle right here in Missouri. So when Tina and I were heading out to Las Vegas on a trip or something like that, we stopped in this little store. Maybe it was Bedrock Liquors, I can't remember exactly. And we picked that up. I was so excited to get it, and that is so delicious. So that's number 3. Well, it's really not number 3. It's just that there's no order except for Kentucky Spirit was my favorite. Then this bottle, I was very surprised at how good this is. This is the Stranahan's Cask Strength Single Barrel. I was so surprised at how good this was. I mean, this stuff, and I've already been really taking care of that. You can see I've been drinking several sips of that, and it is so tasty. It is 115.74 proof, but honestly, it doesn't taste like that. I forgot to mention that the Bulleit single barrel is 104 proof. And of course, Weller's is just a special reserve, and it's a 90 proof whiskey. And the last one, which I was really excited to find, and this was a store pick that I cannot remember where exactly we got this. It's 3 places at once. I think it's in Indiana. And we just happened to go into this store, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they've got a Woodford Reserve double oaked store pick. So the Woodford Reserve double oaked is always really good. It's just like the best smelling on the nose of just about any. It smells so good, so brown sugary oakiness. It's just so good. So but to find a store pick, that just took it to another level, and I found that in 2022, and I was just like, wow, that is really, really good stuff. So that's my 5, actually 6 if you count Kentucky Spirit, which to me is my favorite. That's my 6 bourbons. And I'm going to do a couple of ryes while we're at it. So These two ryes I found in 2022, and they are both excellent. This is a single barrel. Would have found this Russell's Reserve single barrel, and I believe I found that at MC's liquor store down just below Gatlinburg in Knoxville. So like the next second exit after the Gatlinburg exit if you're traveling south on I-40. Gosh, and you can look at this. I haven't had that long, and it's halfway gone. This bottle is so tasty. Russell's Reserve single barrel. That is some really, really good stuff. And then the last one, I got this Pikesville Rye. This is a 110 proof straight rye whiskey. Pikesville Rye, made out in Kentucky. And I'm going to tell you what, that stuff is really awesome. And the Pikesville Rye is a rye that came from actually originally in the 1890s in Maryland. It was one of the top ryes in the country, and at 1890s. But then Prohibition came along, and a lot of reserve, the distilleries didn't make it. So then Heaven Hill has actually picked this up, found the recipe, and they age it now in barrels, extra aged barrels, and so it's aged at least 6 years. So these barrels to make Pikesville Rye aged 6 years, and if you can ever get a bottle of that, just pick it up. It's from the Heaven Hill Distillery now. Made in the tradition of the old Pikesville Rye, which was a big hit back in the day. So, very, very good. Actually, it's so good. I'm gonna take that nice cork top. I'm gonna take a little sip right now of this Pikesville Rye. Nice little rye spice on the nose, cinnamon, a little sweetness. Gosh, that is so good. It's got like a little spice up front, and then very sweet. And then it has a long, little heated finish that gives you a nice little warm hug. And I think that's what I like about this. Very sippable. So you might want to check out some Pikesville Rye. And any of the other bottles are outstanding. I know a lot of these are single barrels and they're hard to find. But you know what? That's what makes hunting bottles fun. I mean, once you get into hunting these bottles and finding it, hey, this is a store pick, or this is a single barrel, which is rare. Now, when you can get a single barrel store pick, you've got something. So anyway, thanks for watching this, and we got lots more content coming for you in 2023. Take care and keep it squatchy.